من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، سيدي وحبيبي ونور قلبي وثمرة فؤادي أبي القاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الهاديين المهديين الذين ذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
قال الله العلي العظيم في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يوصيكم الله في أولادكم للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين، فإن كن نساء فوق 2 فلهن ثلثا ما ترك، وإن كانت واحدة فلها النصف، ولأبويه لكل واحد منهما السدس مما ترك إن كان له ولد، فإن لم يكن له ولد وورثه أبواه فلأمه الثلث، فإن كان له إخوة فلأمه السدس من بعد وصية يوصي بها أو دين. آباؤكم وأبناؤكم لا تدرون أيهم أقرب لكم نفعا، فريضة من الله، إن الله كان عليما حكيما. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
This ayah is mentioned in Surah An-Nisa, ayah 12. And it's one of the ayahs that talks about one of the problems of mankind throughout the history. And that is about the inheritance. When somebody dies, how do we distribute whatever he or she left behind? Before Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells about the situation. People before Islam, when somebody passes away, he leaves children, wife, children. Some families, what they do, they come, so we want to take care of the children. As soon as they get to the money, then the children are left behind. That is why Quran says, Surah An-Nisa, لا يحل لكم أن ترثوا النساء كرها. It's not allowed in Islam by force to inherit someone. How did they used to do? They used to inherit by force, that a person sees a woman, a father, a mother, somebody died in the family. Then a man comes in, I want to marry you. Then he marries her. As soon as he gets control on the money, then the woman is pushed aside. Then what happened? He takes the money. And the poor sister, poor lady, she's suffering. That is the situation. Not only that, this is before. But even as we speak, there are some nations, some ummah, some people, they're still suffering about how to distribute inheritance when somebody dies. And I'll give you one example from Africa. From some countries, example, the closest example is Ghana. There is a tribe in Ghana. How do they distribute their inheritance? They have, when a person dies in the family, the one who inherits everything is the nephew. Nephew comes, the children are there, the wife is there, the parents is there. Nobody in the family has the right to inherit. Only the nephew. They come, they take everything, and the family are left with empty handed. And you know why did they do this tribe? This goes back years ago, almost 300 years ago. They said there was a king. This king, he was sick and he was about to die. And they needed a help. I think he had some kidney problem. He needed somebody to donate kidney. Nobody would donate kidney. His nephew came and he donated his kidney. And he survived. From that day he wrote, when I die, nobody among my family, no child, no mom, no dad is allowed to take anything. Everything that I have goes to my nephew. Because he saved my life. It became like a custom. The entire tribe, anytime somebody died, their nephew comes in. Okay, we understand the king, he's got a kidney from somebody. No, other families, what did you get? That the nephew have to take everything. And that is the custom. Up to date as we speak, the tribe still continue that custom. To solve this problem, Islam comes and designs how to inherit somebody. When somebody dies, how do we share whatever he or she left behind? Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran that we mentioned in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala divided these according to Islamic point of view. At the same time, inshallah, at the end of the speech, I will also mention that because this ayah also, the enemies of Islam, they're using this against Islam. They say, because Quran says, how Islam can be fair when Islam distributes inheritance and gives man more and the woman less. Why? If Islam is the religion of fairness, they all should be divided equally. But inshallah, I'll answer this question at the end of the speech. Now, as we go, what is the meaning of irth in Islam? What do we call inheritance in Islam? In the fiqh, they said, al-irthu huwa ma yujibu shakhsun bimawti shakhsin akhar. Ma yujib لشخص بموت شخص آخر. Meaning, what somebody receives because somebody's dead. You know what that means? If somebody gives you something when they're alive, it's not called inheritance. Somebody have to die, then whatever I receive is called inheritance. It's called irth. But if somebody's still alive, they give me something, or I get something from somebody when they're still alive, it's called gift. That is not called inheritance. Inheritance is only when somebody dies. That is the definition. Number two, there is something we call the cause of inheritance. Meaning, somebody to inherit someone, there have to be reasons. It's not just like that. My neighbor dies, I say, okay, you're my neighbor, inshallah, can I have my 1/3? No. There have to be a reason. Here, in fact, they say, يَرِثُ الْإِنسَانُ إِنسَانًا بِسَبَبَيْنِ. Two reasons. If it happened, you have the right to inherit someone. Number one, they say, النسب. The second is called السبب. النسب أو السبب. النسب means if you relate to that person by blood. That is called النسب. My father, my mother, my son, my daughter. These are my blood relations. Now if one of them died, Islam says because of this blood relationship, you have the right to inherit. That is number one. Number two, النسب. السبب. السبب means a reason. What is the reason? Let's say shay'ain, two things. One, الزواج. Two, الولاء. الزواج, marriage. Somebody marries someone, but here, be careful. When we say marriage, in Islam we have two kinds of marriage. Al-munqati and da'im. Temporary and then permanent. If a man marries a woman, temporary marriage, there is no tawaruth bainahum. There is no inheritance. I marry a woman, temporary, 10 years, 50 years. I die, she cannot inherit anything. If she dies, I cannot inherit. However, unless we have agreement, shurut, she said, I want you to make sure and agree with me that after you die, or if you die, or I die, you inherit me. If the man accepts, then that takes place. But just because I marry her or she marries some temporary marriage, there is no tawaruf. There is no inheritance between them. So the inheritance is for zawaj da'im. That is number one. Number two, they say al-wila. Al-wila means al-ubudiyya, al-raq, slavery. Somebody can write in their will that I want my slave to inherit. That is fine. That is called al-wila. So this is called as-sabab aw al-nasab. That is number two. Number three is called mawana al-irth. That is certain things can prevent somebody, he's entitled to inherit, but there is something that stops them from inheritance. And this is mawana kathira. Number one, al-kufr. If a person who dies is a Muslim, but the person who's supposed to inherit is a kafir, لا توارث بين الكافر والمسلم. If a Muslim dies, a kafir cannot inherit. But amazing, if a kafir dies, a Muslim can inherit. Meaning, if a father is a Muslim, but the father and the child or the son changes religion, he was born Muslim, سواء مرتد الفطري أو ملي, doesn't make any difference. The father dies, or the father dies who's a Muslim. The son is a kafir. He cannot inherit the father. But if the son who is kafir dies and the father is living, the father can inherit him. That is Islamic teaching. Why? There is a lot of details about that. But that is Islamic ruling. The first one is kufr. That is why you see Zahra alayhi salam. After the death of the Prophet, when she came and she wants her inheritance, Fadak. Al-Khalifa, the first Khalifa, Abu Bakr, he said to her, Ya Zahra, you are not entitled of Fadak. Why? Inni sami'tu Rasulullah. Abu Bakr says, Sami'tu Rasulullah yaqul, Nahnu ma'shar al-anbiya la nura. We the prophets, when we die, nobody inherits. Ma taraknahu sadaqah. Whatever we leave behind is sadaqah. The Prophet dies, is one of them, so he should not be inherited by anybody. Zahra alayhi salam, alimatun ghayra mu'allama, scholar, not been taught. She said, Ya Abu Bakr, hal qara'at al-Quran, qawl Allah, did you read Quran? فما بال قول الله وورث سليمان داود. Sulaiman is a prophet. His father Dawood died, and Quran says, Nass al-Quran, as clear as the sun is. It said, وَوَرِثَ سُلَيْمَانُ دَاوُود. Everything Dawood dies and left behind, Sulaiman inherited it. If you know the father is what? Prophet. If Sulaiman alayhi salam can inherit his father, why can't I, Zahra, inherit my father? That is Zahra alayhi salam. And then she goes to make another point in her khutbah. She said, أَوَلَسْتُ أَنَا وَأَبِي عَلَى مِلَّةٍ وَاحِدَةٍ. Allahu Akbar. Al-Zahra, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا زَهْرَا. Making great point. She said, Ya Abu Bakr, if you say I'm not entitled for inheritance, fine. But let me tell you, you know and I know that in Islam, one of the things that prevents somebody to inherit what they're supposed to inherit is if one of them is a Muslim and the other is not. And I and my father, we both on the same religion. Based on which reason you are denying me this right? That is one of the mawana al-irth. So if a person, he is a Muslim, but the person who is supposed to inherit them is not on the same religion, there is no inheritance between them. That is number one. Number two, they say al-qatl, killing. If a person is supposed to inherit someone, but he goes and kills the person, there is no inheritance between them. In hadith, لا يرث القاتل. Al-qatil, the killer, cannot inherit anything. However, which killing are we talking about? Because in fact, we have different kinds of killing. Not every killing. There is one is called al-qatlul al-amd, intentional killing. And they define it in the fiqh. If a person intentionally, he said, I want to kill Zayd. and he used a weapon that kills, it's called qatl al-amd. That's one. Number two, they say al-qatl al-shabih bil-amd. And that is a killing that looks like intentional. And that is, they say if a person has a niyyah, he has an intention of killing, but uses something does not kill, but the person dies anyway. Example, I say I want to kill Zayd. Then I take a napkin and then I smack him with the napkins and he died. Okay, napkins doesn't kill usually, right? But he dies anyway. Now, I have intention. I said I want to kill him and I'm serious. But whatever I use does not kill most of the time. Here they says this killing is called al-qatl al-shabih bil-amd. Number three is called al-qatl al-khata. A killing by mistake. And that is when there is no intention of killing whatsoever. But it happened. Example, I was targeting a deer. I saw somebody was sitting over there and he was brown and it looks like a deer. MashaAllah. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Shot. Turns out it's Zayd. Ila rahmatillah. Now what happened? So what should we do? He wanted to kill a deer. His intention was not human being, but it turns to be human. He is called al-qatl al-khata. Here what he does is to pay diya to the person, to the family of the killer, to the family of the deceased. For that matter, one of the mawani al-irth, one of the things that prevents somebody from inheritance is killing, but which one? Al-qatl al-amd, intentional killing. The person would not inherit. That is number two. Number three, az-zina. Az-zina min mawani al-irth. A person brought a child out of the marriage, wedlock child. I did zina, la samahullah wal-iyadhu billah, and I have a child. That child, they said, cannot inherit the father, and the father cannot inherit the son as well. But how about the mother? Here there is two sayings. Some scholars says, the child can inherit the mother, and the mother can inherit her, but not the father. Why? Because here the hadith that we have in the fiqh, they said al-waladu lil-firash. Al-firash is where the disagreement comes in. Some scholars they say al-firash is the bed. The literal in Arabic, al-firash is the bed. Now, when the Prophet said al-walad lil-firash, meaning the child does not belong not to the father or the mother. That is one tafsir. The second shart is no. Al-firash here means the mother. So the mother can inherit the son or the child, but the child cannot inherit the father. Al-walad lil-firash. They say if a child is born, but however, walad al-shubha is different. Because we have walad al-zina is different, walad al-shubha is different. Which means walad al-shubha is a child that is born by mistake. You know, in the fiqh, mashallah, there is some discussion. Sometimes it's crack the brain. Walad al-shubha means what? Somebody sleeps with a woman, he was thinking it's his wife. And it turns out, no, he was mistaken. You know, that's really identical sisters, mashallah. Identical sisters, they look alike from every angle, right? And the other sister didn't say anything too, alhamdulillah. So what happened? He came with the child. She thought he's her husband, and he thought he's his wife. Right? Now this child is called waladu shubha. That walad is halal, because they didn't intend to do haram. But walad al-haram, where the both parents intentionally they know, and they have this child, that child cannot inherit the father. This is called mawani al-irth. Now, the next one. After we look at all these things, we found there is no mana. The child has been born Islamically. The father died without being killed. The child and the father, they are all on the same religion. Then we go to the next part. What's the next part? It's called al-huquq. We have to check. The mayyit, the marhum or marhuma, does he or she owe Allah any haqq, which is called haqqullah? Salat, fasting, hajj, zakat, any haqq or not? Here they say the first haqq we have to look is called al-wajibul mali. That's the first one. Al-wajibul mali means any wajib that has to do with money. Example, like khums. If the mayyit never paid khums, the first thing we have to do, we take whatever he leaves behind to pay khums. Even if the children would be left with nothing, that's what has to be done. That is called al-wajib al-mali. Or sometimes, no, it's not khums. It's about nadar. He made a vow to Allah that, Ya Allah, if this happened, I will do this. And it has to do with money. Now, after he dies or she dies, we have to pay that first. And it's called wajibul mali, haqqullah. The second part is called al-wajibul mali, haqqun nas, the right of people. If the marhum, he owes anybody, any person, then we have to pay the person first. We cannot share anything to any of his children unless that part is paid off. And it doesn't matter whether the person is a kafir or Muslim. MashaAllah, today we have some Muslims, we have maraja who are made at home. Homemade maraja. Sometimes you have homemade cookies, right? Sometimes you have homemade maraja. What happened? They make their own fatwas. Right? What do they do? They say, oh, alhamdulillah, it's halal. If you get haram money from kafir, it doesn't matter. He's kafir anyway. Right? He doesn't pray. So any of his money is halal. You take it, Allah Ghafur Rahim. If a Muslim, don't do it. Allahu Akbar. Where did we get this? And mashallah, they're spreading this fatwa free of charge. You know? You can go get a credit card. Don't worry about it. Just swipe it anywhere. Thousands of dollars, sadaqallah, leave the country, Allah Ghafur Rahim. This is a kuffar. Who cares? Allah haqqullah and haqqun nas is one of the greatest sin. In Islam, it doesn't matter. Haqqun nas is one of the great sin. I can't say, oh, because they are kafir, so I can do whatever. No, haram. In Islam, if I owe any person kafir, I have to pay it first. If I didn't pay, the children, before we share anything to them, we have to find out if there is haqqullah and wajib al-mali or haqqun nas wajib al-mali. We have to pay that first. That is the first part of huquq. Haqq al-thani. It's called wajib al-mali wal-badani. Wajib that has to do money and the body. Example, Hajj. If the father or marhum or marhuma, at one point Hajj was wajib, but she or he did not go for no good reason. Here, before we distribute anything to anybody, we have to take Hajj money, have somebody to go and perform the Hajj on their behalf. If not, it's haram. We can't share anything to them. That is number two. Number three is called al-wajibul badani. Here, the first and the second one, we have to take it from what we call aslu taraka. Whatever the mayyit lives, we have to take from that. It doesn't matter. If it's left, alhamdulillah. If it's not left, that's fine. But the third part, wajibul badani, is different. Wajibul badani, if the mayyit, the marhum, is smart. If he's smart, and he writes in his will that I owe salat, I owe some prayers, and I want from 1/3 of whatever I have to find somebody to pray on my behalf and pay him from 1/3, then the children have to follow that will. But if it's not smart, he didn't write anything, then Islam said it's up to the children. If they decide that we want to hire somebody from 1/3, that is fine. If they say, no, we don't want to hire anybody, we don't want to be bothered, we want everything to be divided among us, that is what has to be done. Because this is one of the rights Allah has given to every human being. That before you and I die, whatever we have, Islam said 1/3 is your right. You can share it in any way you want. And nobody has a right to object that. You want to give to free? Sadaqah al-Jariyah? You want anything you want to do, 1/3 is your right. You can write anything you want. But if you fail to write it down, Islam says then it's use it or lose it. That right? If you don't write it down or you tell someone, then that right is gone. That is called number 3. Number 4 is called al-hiba al-amma, general gift. Al-mayyit, or a person before they die, they can write 1/3. Not that it's haq. It's not wajib al-mali wal badani. It's not wajib al-badani. It's a gift I want to give to somebody. A friend, a sister, a brother, a neighbor. Anybody you want to give, you have the right in Islam to write also within the 1/3 that as a gift to anybody you want. Even your own children. You can say, I want 1/3 being given to one of my sons as a more extra for him. A daughter, I want to give her more. I can give within the 1/3. Anything you want to do with 1/3, Islam says is yours. But if you don't, then Islam says that 1/3 is added to the rest, and the children they divide all that. That is called, also that is number 3. Number 4, the classes of inheritance. It's called tabaqat al-irth. Islam divided into 3 categories. Number 1 is called at-tabaqa al-ula, the first class. If the first class is there, then the second class will not inherit anything. It goes only to the tabaqa al-ula, the first class. Who are the first class? Al-abna wal-aba. A person dies, he has a children, he has mother and father. Now these two, the children and the parents, they are the only one to inherit. Nobody else can come and share with them. No. Even if the tabaqa al-ula is just one person, he or she takes everything. Let's say, for example, a man dies and he has only one daughter, nobody else. No father, no mother, no son, just one daughter. Now this daughter, she is entitled to everything. And nobody in tabaqa thaniya can come and inherit with her. No, it's just her. Or another way, no, somebody dies, no children, no father, it's just the mother. The mother takes everything. That is called at-tabaqa al-ula, at-tabaqa thani. They are al-ajdad wal-ikhwa, brothers and the grandparents. If the first class, no child, no mother, no father, then it goes to the second class, and the second class are the grandparents, and then also the brothers and the sisters. And the sisters and brothers, whether they are half or full, they all come out combined together. They also inherit. That is the second class. And also the same rule applies. If there is nobody in the second class except one person, he or she gets everything. If the second class is not there, then you go to the third class, and it's called at-tabaqa thalitha. And these are al-a'mam wal-akhwal, aunts and uncles. They also come and they inherit. Now, question: somebody dies, no tabaqa al-ula, no tabaqa thaniya, no tabaqa thalitha. Nobody. And it happens a lot in America. Sometimes we get called, somebody passed away, but he's gharib, nobody here. He doesn't have any family here. But he has something that he left. Now who can inherit him? Tabaqa al-ula, nobody. Thani, nobody. Third, nobody. Who can inherit him? Here the hadith said, Al-imamu waritha man la waritha lah. Imam of the time, he inherits everything. When somebody dies and they have no family left behind, they didn't write any will, and when they die, everything goes to Imam. Now Imam is not there. Who's going to take it? They say, Na'ibul Imam inherit that person, whether a male or female. Na'ibul Imam, he comes in and takes everything, and that goes to the Imam, and that's it. Now, let's say the person dies. He has just the boys. 20 boys, 5 boys, 10 boys. How do we divide? We divide it equally among the brothers. If they're sisters, we divide equally among the sisters. But you know what the challenge is? When they are boys and girls. When they are boys and girls, that's what the challenge is. Quran says, يُوصِيكُمُ اللَّهُ فِي أَوْلَادِكُمْ لِلذَّكَرِ مِثْلُ حَظِّ الْأُنثَيَيْنِ. Whatever is given to two sisters, both of that will be given to a son. Example, let's say somebody dies and he has 3 children, 2 girls, 1 boy, and he left $200. We give 50, 100 to the brother. Allahu Akbar. Sister said, no, come here. And we need an explanation. We all the same children, right? We all the same children. Does the boy blood is thicker than ours? Why did Islam give the girl less and the boy more? Why? What is the reason? Allah. Here they ask Imam al-Rada alayhi salam. Imam al-Rada and Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salam. Why in Islam women get less and the men get more? Imam alayhi salam explained. They said one of